leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Hey, we didn't go to Vinny. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives.
Live.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Here at Paradise Studios in Massapequa.
Downtown Massapequa.
Strong Island Television, I normally say, right?
Paradise Studios
In
downtown
Massapequa, by the Lure, by the Long Island River. We haven't been here for 2 weeks, so
we've been
who's our
out of town.
sponsor, Rich?
And today's show is brought to us by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the
9/11 community. Thank you, Michael. Michael Barasch, right now as we speak, is back in D.C. He was in D.C. when we were there last week.
Oh.
He's back in D.C. fighting for the firefighters. Something, I don't know what's going on. I should know more about it. But Michael's down there with some people from his office.
Yes.
Fighting for us. Maybe we'll send Vinny over there to say hello to Michael later because he's still in D.C. So welcome back. We've been out of here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I was.
Do you know what that show was from? Because you're younger than me. Did you know that was Welcome Back?
Welcome Back, Cod, of course.
Was it the way I sang?
Know that?
Was it the way I sang?
It was almost unrecognizable, but
I'm a good singer. And we learned.
I know I heard you for 6 hours each way.
Wait. We sang together for the first time.
We did.
I saw at one point you were doing this with the songs, right?
I don't remember the song.
I don't remember the song,
but we hit. It was all 70s.
You looked ridiculous.
70s
No,
music. Yeah.
70s, 80s.
My air drumming is terrible. Like it's offbeat.
And I go, you want to listen to my mix? We drove back and forth to DC. You want to listen to my mix, Richie? Yeah. I have 9 songs. We played them 13
over
times.
And over and over. The same.
We know every word. Anytime you hear those songs moving forward, you're gonna go like this.
And then we're listening to my jam. They say,
your
and
jam.
You're like, that's not for Johnny.
It's not Johnny. I like singing songs.
I have like Electric Light Orchestra.
Nice songs.
They're nice. Nice songs.
But they're not like, Bruce Springsteen.
But I like how you brought up the Traveling Wilburys, right? And I said, and that guy that nobody knows. I go, you mean Jeff Lynne from ELO? And you go, whoever that is. So I
didn't know who he was. He's not what I'm saying to you. He's not as popular as
George
Roy
Harrison.
Orbison, Tom Petty, and George Harrison. That's all I'm saying. Right. To you, maybe
I think he's up there.
To you, yes, I agree. Right. But to the average Joe, maybe not. All right. Great trip. Met some nice people. We'd like to have a few more people at the show next time.
Yeah, next time.
But wonderful, wonderful time we had. We went out afterwards, had a burger at the Irish pub.
Oh, that's right. We went over. We had the nice waitress. This was a pub where they were bothered that we walked there. Like they were like,
yeah. She came over and she said hello. She went, "What do you guys want? His late night menu." And we're like, "Oh, nice. Hey, it's nice to meet you. What's your name?" That's not your business. Just order.
It was almost like a sitcom. She's like, yeah. Like it was like
and the funniest part is she wasn't leaving anytime soon. It wasn't like she was off duty in 5 minutes.
How many times did the waitstaff walk by us? And how many times was the manager, the guy?
Yeah.
You could tell it's like he's doing something else during the day and at night.
He's just making a few bucks.
He just was fixing the table next to us for the whole time we were there.
She walked by us 6 times and didn't look at our table. Like, what? You don't do that if you're a waiter. You look, hey, maybe they want something else. Hey, guys, you need anything?
Can we get another iced tea?
She's like, oh, yeah, not a problem.
But it was good. The food was good.
Food was good.
Yeah.
Her asking for a larger tip was inappropriate, but I was threatened.
Yeah,
I was threatened. I said, whatever you want.
It to her.
Yeah. I said, whatever. We're out of town.
Is 25% good?
25%. She says, yes. So we had the pickleball playoffs on Monday night.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, could we play some pickleball music? Oh, I'm putting What you did? What kind of throw was that?
Here, wait, here.
All right.
There we go.
So pickleball playoffs Monday night. Bridget and I entered the playoffs, the bottom seed. second bracket, 5 through 9. We snuck in as 5, going 3 and 2 the week before. We got our butts kicked. 0-4.
Wow.
0-4.
And it wasn't that much better the week before, you said.
We got pickled the week before, 11-0. It never happened to us. And we beat this team most times. We lost 11-1 the first game, 11-3, 11-4. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Probably a couple weeks ago, that team said, we're never going to be beat by them again. And they started practicing every night. You didn't see that.
No, these teams do practice. I mean, they play a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, a lot of good people. We had a ball this season. So we're starting up again on the 30th for the next season. Let's talk July 31st.
Yes.
Oh, wait, before we talk July 31st, what's this Sunday? Laughter saves lives. Pack the bus. We're going to the Bronx Veterans Hospital to entertain our guys. First time there in about 8 years. We were invited up there. We're excited. They're excited. They're talking about it, getting emails. John, they're sending out flyers to the families. So we are honored to go up there and make the people laugh. I'm sorry. I told them the lineup, and you were on the original lineup.
I know. But
you know how the veterans are. The few with hearing aids said, please don't send him. The other ones wouldn't hear you, but please. Here we go, July 31st. This is our big show in Long Beach. Yeah. We are looking for people to work with us on this show. We're looking for some nice, can I ask for raffles? I don't think so. Big show. Pause for War. Pause for War. And the Billy Moon Foundation, FDNY firefighter, killed in the line of duty a few years ago. His wife runs the foundation. First time we're working with them. I had a nice conversation with her the other day. Had a laughing on the phone. Doesn't happen often,
That's nice.
So it's going to be a nice night. So if you can make it July 31st, bring the crew. You were on that show.
I am on that show.
You are on that show.
So what do you mean I was on that show?
No, you are.
Oh.
I mean, the Veterans Hospital.
Well, you need to get the people in some way.
I'm working on it. Don't worry. I'm working people, Long Beach people.
Yeah.
Did I miss it? Did I miss the punchline again?
You needed to get people in some way, so you put me on the show.
Right. We put you on the show because people say, oh, my God, Richie again. Maybe he'll tell his jokes this time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I got the car.
Yes, you did.
Leased the new car. I had a Subaru Forester Wilderness blue. I like the way it looked.
Now you have.
That's why I got it. Because I like the way it looked. I'm not a car guy. I'm not an engine guy. I like the way it looked. So I looked at a lot of different cars this time. I looked at the Bronco Sport Heritage, which has a different color roof. I like that look. I looked at a whole bunch of cars. Finally decided on the Subaru Wilderness Forester. Same exact car.
Just newer.
Just a dark gray this time.
Yeah.
Why? Because Johnny is thinking of the sweetie pie. My wife doesn't drive that much. I didn't want her to have to learn a new car.
Right.
So I decided, you know what? This is the smart move.
And it takes you almost a whole year to learn how to drive a Subaru, too.
You always say this. It's not
so difficult.
It is not.
Everything is different on that car. I own a Subaru too, and everything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like becoming a lefty.
It's not.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe you have the gas thing on the other side of the car, and that's what it is. You have to fill the gas on the other side that throws you off.
No, it's like all the buttons and dials and the radio and the.
There's no buttons. There's no dials. It's a very nice car to drive. Went to the dentist yesterday for my cleaning. You see how I transition into these topics?
We don't leave anything out. Yes. Nope. And how did that go?
How often do you go to clean your teeth at the dentist?
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months. I go more often.
Really?
Yes. And here's why.
Do they keep trying to sell you on x-rays?
No. I don't get x-rays. I do that, whatever, once a year, whatever. I go more often because I don't brush my teeth.
Right. And you like it,
no.
And they do it for you.
I go 12 times a year. So I go 3 times a year because I'm not a great flosser, so I get 2 freebies through my program. I got to pay for 1.
Right.
And it's worth it to me. So I go every 4 months.
Good. That's
nice.
Every
4 months. And she, you know what? Tell you what, she went in there this time and she goes, you know what? Looking good. I go, yeah, I'm not a great flosser. She goes, no, you look good. Because usually they'll be picking around and go, oh, you got to floss more.
Yeah.
She was very happy with my my what do you call it? Dental health.
I love that story you told me when she picked and you thought she pulled a tooth out and she goes, no, that's plaque.
So that's a kernel of corn. That's a kernel of corn. What else do I got here? Terrible. Oh, did the I'm going to pronounce it right because he's a war hero. John W. Engelman.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Yep. John W. Engelman Theater.
Engelman Theater. His brother-in-law and a partner run the theater. He was killed, I think, in Afghanistan. Yeah. I think. Wonderful comedy.
War hero.
Yeah. Well, wonderful comedy show last night. Eric Half runs it. Put me on the show. Oh man, they pack them in there on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 300 people. Would that be? It was pretty full. 300 people. I never say I killed on stage. Right. I will never say that. But let me tell you, last night, I was on fire. Wow. I had so much fun. I had so much. No matter what I said, they laughed. You know that kind of audience? Yeah. You go up there, you go like this, they start laughing. It's so much fun. So much fun. So thank you, Eric, for that great spot on the show last night. You know what we'll do now? Because I want to leave some extra time for our guests. Yeah. I'm glad I spoke the whole time. You didn't say anything. Yeah. Again.
I tried.
What did you try to say? What did I do?
I'm kidding. No.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just listening to you. It's very, very interesting.
It's like, that's what you did in the car. I got a nap. Keep talking.
We have a studio audience tonight, and they are rolling.
They are rolling. All right, we're going to go for a commercial break, and we'll be back with Sean Solar from Medicine in Bad Places.
Good.
This is personal to me. I'm John Field, 9/11 responder and advocate. I walked the halls of Congress for 20 years. You too may qualify for the same 9/11 benefits as I do. It's true, it's the law. If you were south of Canal Street and you had any of the 69 cancers linked to 9/11, you may qualify for compensation up to $250,000 and free health care. Sadly, only 10% of you have enrolled. Access what you are owed. Call now to find out if you qualify. I fought side by side with Barasch and McGarry for 2 decades in Washington, D.C. to get benefits for all victims, not just responders. You owe it to yourself to call Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. I trust them. So can you.
And we're back live at Saves Lives Live. Paradise Studios, Shore Island Television. Yep. Here he is, one of my heroes.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Sean Solar, Medicine in Bad Places. Medicine in Bad Places. It's a catchphrase that gets you thinking right off the bat, right? Medicine in Bad Places.
Yes.
What is that? Tell me where you got that name and what you do.
Sure. So Medicine in Bad Places has been around for the last 21 years.
Wow.
And what we have done is we started out as training first responders, getting them prepared for other people's emergencies as we place it in the industry. And we teach them how to deal with whatever comes their way.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that successfully for 21 years. And we've also expanded to civilian-based programs. So babysitters, moms and dads that want to learn a little bit about
teachers, I would assume,
first
maybe
responders, schools. And pretty much anybody that's in the industry or whatever their prospective industry where they want to learn a little bit of safety and life-saving skills.
And around a bunch of people, I would assume. Well, babysitters, maybe not, but I'm saying in general.
Sure.
Right?
So we have, think about what you see out there when you go out, right? So you see the restaurants, the movie theaters, they have AEDs, the defibrillators that are mounted on the wall, first aid kits. And what we do is we train people how to utilize those kits that are in the public spaces to be the difference for somebody when they have an emergency.
That's great. Even the layman who doesn't really know much about anything, if something happens in a theater.
Like you, with your acting, you say your comedy class. Wouldn't it be nice to have a first aid kit? Right, when something happens, somebody falls off the stage.
Right.
Fall down, they hit
We'll
you in the
know what
head,
to
or
do.
whatever,
Yeah. That's
So
great.
I was thinking of you today because I was at my grandson's baseball practice, and they have one of those bins behind the cage,
Sure.
and they have a defibrillator and a first aid kit in there. So I'm in there. My son goes, "What are you doing in there? What are you looking?" I go, "Do you see this first aid kit? It was horrible, and the defibrillator was on the bottom, buried with stuff." Now I know the coaches are trained,
Bats on top
but
of it.
my crap, yeah, just. So
a lot of things have changed over the industry in the years, and one of the things is actually being more proactive. So what you're going to start to see now more than ever is not so the case that you witnessed today. If that was, if that's what you saw, I apologize, but the community in general has been very instrumental in bringing it forward. We've had, unfortunately, a couple of accidents, especially with kids playing sports, and that's the whole goal. One of the ethoses of Medicine in Bad Places, the company itself, is to have everybody prepared for whatever gets thrown their way.
And I think the way you explained it to me once is Richie's at the comedy school again and somebody gets hurt. He's the first responder, really.
Correct.
It's not 911 and they're coming. Richie's there. Correct. What are you going to do? Oh, it's that great first aid kit, and you start there. What makes this kit a little special? What's in here that maybe other kids don't have?
So tonight we brought you a kit that is customized by my company. And what it has in here is pretty much everything from A to Z that you would need for a minor emergency all the way up to a trauma.
Wow.
A bad car accident, maybe a motorcycle accident somebody witnesses or is involved in, and even something as a kitchen injury where you're cutting something right, and you cut your finger. We have bandages in here. We have an assortment of other things in here, waterproof case. And we want to give this to you guys to put forward and actually, give it to one of your audience members that however you guys choose. So
yeah, you know what I think we'll do? We'll do a what do you call it? What did I say we're going to say?
Highest raffle.
Yeah.
You do a silent auction. You
So,
can do a
like
raffle.
a silent auction on Facebook or something. What is it? What does the kit go for?
So there's over $500 worth of medical products in here. The case again comes with a lifetime warranty. Everything in the case is backed by us as a company. So if anybody uses anything in here, we'll gladly replace it for 5 years. The kit is numbered and has a serial number where we can track where we got it to.
Yeah.
And whoever winds up getting this kit and taking it home to your family, you guys have the backing of not only Laughter Saves Lives, but Medicine in Bad Places. So we'll back everything that's in this kit.
And God forbid you use it once, it paid for itself.
Correct.
I mean, when you don't have something and everybody in the room is running around like a chicken with the head cut off,
100%.
where is a kit? Where's a bandage? Where's anything?
Yep.
It's
a great birthday gift.
Yeah.
Somebody has their own car, like one of your kids.
Yes.
Holiday gift. I mean, it could be, a little expensive. It's got to be somebody you kind of like a lot. It can't be just me. You wouldn't give this.
Well,
right. If you don't care for the person, you can't find this.
Right.
Yeah.
You could all exactly right, or to a little bit of an extent, but you don't have to spend a lot of money. One of the things that we're very good with, especially when we talk about getting prepared and having a first aid kit, you don't have to spend a lot of money. There's not a lot of things that you can buy out there, but when you do spend the money or you want to spend the money, look for a reputable company. Don't buy your medical stuff on Amazon. That's not someplace where you want to buy your medical stuff.
Right.
You want to buy it from a reputable vendor. And what we do to enhance that, because we understand that it's a big purchase, is that we back it for 5 years. Where a lot of other companies, you buy something, you use it, you have to replace it yourself. We back it. So we give you that 5 years. So if God forbid you do use any of it, you're not worried about replacing it. So we put it forward for that.
Now, I remember once before we were talking about the tourniquet.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the tourniquet. It's a special.
So a tourniquet is going to stop the blood from the area that's affected. So if you want up cutting got your hand cut off or a big cut with a knife or something, you're bleeding heavily, what you would do is you'd place the tourniquet on above the injury site, and you're actually going to shunt the blood, making sure that it's not on certain key areas like bendable joints and stuff. But again, each component in here, you can learn how to use. You can either go online, you can schedule a class with us, or you can search on the internet and you can see a host of other tutorials on how to utilize them.
Great gift. I've never seen one of these.
So that is something.
Boost Oxygen.
Boost Oxygen's been around for a little bit.
What's up with that?
Canisterized oxygen for individuals that may need a little bit of oxygen while they have an emergency. This is you can buy these in drugstores, right?
Is it liquefied?
So no, it's actually air. It's a canister of air. This is the smaller version. They sell bigger versions as well.
Right.
And all you do is if you felt like you were out of breath, you can just wave it and just blow by oxygen and then increase your oxygen intake.
Never saw
Sean,
one of those.
what would be, give us a scenario of a common thing that could happen that is a dire emergency and it would be in here.
So we designed these kits in general as like the kit that you throw in your car and you take it wherever you want to take it to. So when you have a first aid kit, it should be accessible, right? We all too often will buy something like this and we'll put it into a closet and we'll just kind of get rid of it.
Right.
What we want to do is we want to put it up in front and center, and we also want to make it where you're comfortable in grabbing it. That's the design capabilities of what we do. We use only one of the best companies in the industry. Nanook makes this case. It's a waterproof case.
Yeah, I noticed the case is very heavy.
Solid case.
Solid
You can
built
actually
case.
lock it if you needed to.
Yeah.
It's waterproof, so it's going to protect all of the stuff. When we design products and we put our name on them, this happens to have our laser logo embedded into it.
Right.
That's telling you the quality exists there, right? We don't take any shortcuts in putting out the best stuff in the industry into somebody's hands.
Right.
But think if you went to the beach, if you had maybe you're doing a family barbecue in a park, any of those types of incidents or any of those types of areas where you find yourself out and about, you can have this in your car and it's readily available for, like you said before, something happens, you guys are the first responders. Even though we may need to call 911 and have the emergency response started, those seconds, those minutes, while we're waiting for that
stopping the bleeding,
we can get that done in here.
And when I was trained for a long time, but one thing the average Joe I think needs to understand is you need to get 911 rolling. You grab the kid out and you start working at somebody and you get tunnel vision. You need to find somebody. You look somebody in the eye and say, "Call 911." Sure. You call 911, then you get to work. Because if you don't do that, now you don't have them coming right away. And it seems to take a long time when you're waiting for an emergency responder to come, and it's a dire situation. It seems like forever.
It does. And that's the goal, is to have people, individuals, no matter what your expertise is in life, no matter what your profession is, it is to give you an opportunity to start helping yourself or your loved ones, God forbid, are in need of help.
I love it.
While you're waiting for the emergency service to be activated, whether it's law enforcement, fire, or EMS, you can have a little bit of knowledge base under your belt to utilize the gear in here. And again, something as simple as the tourniquet or the bandages, just putting pressure on a bleed.
Right. I'm not going to make a big mess, but yes.
No, you're fine.
What about the first responder blanket?
So the first responder blanket came out. This is very simply put, one of those blankets that you would see on at the end of a marathon.
Yes.
What it does is it keeps the body warm.
Oh, okay.
By keeping the body warm, what you are actually doing is allowing the body to start healing itself in its most basic form. Obviously, we don't want to, it's not going to repair itself immediately, but by keeping the body warm, that's one of the things in a first aid class that you learn. By keeping the body warm, it allows the body to start collectively working to try to help repair it.
Yeah, we only got like a minute or two. Chest seal.
Go ahead. I
now I think I know what this is. The vent chest seal twin pack. That's not in the normal first aid kit.
So no. So like
that's
I said,
advanced.
So in the back end of the kit, everything that we have designed in this kit, it goes from that A to Z, covers the spectrum. So this and the tourniquet would be for your trauma, right? So your trauma injuries. You think of something that's kind of really, really like a motor vehicle accident or a bicycle accident with a car. Any of those types of injuries that you would see, this is where you may see the bleeding, or you have a hole that gets put into the chest, however that.
When would you put the hole in the chest in general?
When would I put the hole in the chest?
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it. I would be patching it up. So that would be the
patching the hole. All right.
So now, real quick, my question, maybe the last question.
Last question.
Of course.
Now you said that there's different packages, right? Like if I'm in, let's say I have an auto body shop.
Sure.
You're going to see some big disasters happen there, possibly.
Right.
With major stuff. Now you would also customize something like that for somebody, or that you have bigger.
Sure. Rich, what we do is we customize everything. What we're known for in the industry, and I think one of the reasons why we've been successful in being a leader in the industry when it comes to gear and equipment and training is customization, where a lot of other companies just sell you a product that they buy and they're reselling.
And they're all the same. Yeah.
They're all the same. We take time and think about exactly what we want to do. The kit that we're giving you tonight covers the broad spectrum of from A to Z. And it gives you an understanding that you have a little bit of everything in here, even down to a flashlight. There's a little flashlight in here.
Oh, cool.
There's a CPR mask in here. There's an ace bandage in here.
Gloves.
There's gloves. There's little bandages. There's
Beautiful.
everything that goes through. Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll turn it around so you guys
funny.
can see
He's
we're
right.
looking at the logo.
We'll leave it here for a while.
Yep.
I want to talk to the Little League.
Yeah.
Because they should have a much better kit on those fields.
Look
If the
at that.
coaches, every coach isn't carrying around a kit. I used to. Nothing like this.
So
And I got one in the back of my
The
car.
good part is in New York State, we do have the rules now where the AED needs to be checked, the bag needs to be checked, and we are making a lot of difference as far as like putting this stuff together.
Yeah.
So even for the little leagues, it may not have some of the stuff in here from that A to Z, like covering the broad spectrum. It'll have a little bit more sports related injury stuff, like the splints. This is one of the best splints on the market. It's a piece of aluminum with a padding on it. And what it can do is if somebody hurts their arm, it can mold around their arm and actually, buy them comfort by putting it in a position, so to say.
All right, Sean, I hate to do this. We got to go.
Listen, thank you guys
That
very
is
much.
awesome.
No, this is amazing.
Terrific, yeah.
Guys, you should have a first aid kit in your house, not just a box of Band-Aids or whatever. So write me. We'll talk about it. We'll introduce you to Sean. My brother.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
A
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Always a
Doing
pleasure.
this.
Always a
Wow.
pleasure.
Awesome.
We're going to go to break,
Thanks for
and
the
we'll be
gift.
back with comic Tom DiDario.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that 13 years ago was made in my garage to protect my daughter.
Now, all of these lives have been saved thanks to LifeVac. Over 4,000 lives and over 2,000 kids. But still, a child dies every 5 days from choking.
Please, our family is everything to us. Consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today.
Thanks, Dad.
Raffle it off that.
Another one.
And we're back with Laughter Saves
Saves
Lives
Lives
Live.
Live.
Sean's still here. What the heck? What is he doing? He don't want to leave us.
He's got so much stuff in here. It's taking the whole
It's like
to get it back in. No, but
it's like one of those things where the snakes pop out.
There we go.
Our next guest is when Tom DiDario is not in the waiting room, but thank God Vinny Lombardi is.
Yeah.
So let's bring on Vinny Lombardi, veteran sports comic.
there he is.
Oh, come on. You're not using the exercise bike. Is that a green screen behind you? What is that?
That's my basement, man. And I did that just for you. I wanted you to see that I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle down here.
Yes.
It's not just talk on stage. I live it.
I have one of those also, Vinny. But if you walk down my basement, you would think it's a closet.
I was just say it's a clothes hanging on it.
Yeah. Vinny, I didn't bring your freaking bio, and I apologize because I was at baseball practice with the grandkids.
Well,
That's
You
twice.
went to the military.
27 years in the Air Force.
You remember?
Pretty close. 26. But thank you. Yeah, all active duty. Because thank you. Because I have to qualify it as active duty. Because if I said reserves, it could be like 6 months. So
Right.
6 years.
I got it. Okay.
Well, thank you for your service, my friend.
Thank you.
I had forgotten you were a veteran when we went back down to D.C. because Richie said to me, "Who's emceeing the show?" I didn't go, "This guy Vinny's putting it together. I don't know what the frig he does, but he's a nice guy."
Yeah, well, that was good. I mean, and that's how you brought me to stage too. Like, he's a nice guy. Let's bring him up.
And you know what? That's not a bad thing to be
That's
called.
good from him. Yeah.
I'm being complimented by you.
You were selfless. You set up the whole night. You have the FDNY shirt. Oh, look at this guy.
I'm so proud of that show last week. I'm not kidding, man. I just enjoyed the heck out of it. I was talking all the next day. Just really proud. Really
You
proud.
did a wonderful
You
job.
were so funny. It's really funny.
You donated your time, which was very nice. And then when Richie and I saw the act, Richie said to me, "Thank God you're not paying him." And I didn't think that was appropriate. I didn't think it was appropriate. The guy came and volunteered his time.
I will say one thing about DC Comics.
Yes.
You and
Mark,
Monica,
and the racist guy. No, what's the headline's name again?
Amin Mustafabi.
Very funny.
But all three very clever.
Clever
material. I mean, really clever.
And how would you describe me on that show? If you say they're clever, what would I be?
Well, they kind of masked you. And it's
nobody remembered me. They said, "Oh, it's DC Comics and Richie McGarry."
They said you were the one that made the speech.
Oh yeah. The speech.
Yeah.
What about his jokes? Oh, we had jokes. So great job emceeing. You set everything up. Everything was set when we got there.
Yeah.
You know, and then Richie starts with, "Can you move the lights? Can you move this here?" You know, that's Richie's.
Can you hold my shirt? Can you hold my shirt? I remember.
Hold my shirts.
And then we hit it on him, so he had to go find it in the middle of his set, right, Richie?
He went on stage with. He didn't have the shirts; they were behind the stage.
Yeah,
he was getting dressed on stage, Sean. That's how prepared he was.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
It looked like a bit. So
yeah,
it did. Maybe it was planned. Actually, Sean, I could have used your kit. I really could have yesterday. Because my dog slipped down the stairs. I spent 5 hours at the ER with him because he just slipped down the stairs behind me. If you could see him, he just slid down. I'm a little guy, so I had to run to the ER. And I'm listening to I'm like, I could have used something, for him. Obviously, he's a dog, but I was listening to him. I
use it on animals.
You can use most of the medical products on animals, and we also have pet first aid classes available too to the general public.
Oh wow,
that is great. Oh, you got to hook them up with
first aid.
Magetta.
Yeah,
Magetta. In my house we have the little terrier, the little dog.
Yeah.
All right. So even when my daughter went to college, we brought the dog up there. I drove all the way up 4.5 hours. And I'm just standing in the road while she's kissing this dog for like a half hour. Not hello, Dad, nothing. Right? Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. That dog hurt his leg. $4,000 surgery. Thank God we have good insurance.
Yeah.
If I only had $4,000 and that dog broke his leg and I broke my leg, I'd be limping around for a few years. You know what I mean?
You'd be lucky. You would be wishing you were in a country where free Medicare.
Yeah. Yes, they love that dog.
That reminds me, I just heard a joke the other day. A dog walks into a bar with a limp and says, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw." Isn't that the worst?
It's the worst.
You got to tell Joe that.
It's the worst.
Oh, jeez.
You're in the military.
If you weren't at our show last week, that and another 18 minutes is what you got from Richie right there.
I have to tell you, I make fun of Richie all the time, right? But he deserves it.
You guys are a pleasure, man. It was just so much fun to spend just a couple hours with you and pick your brains and just bond and get to know each other. It was so fun.
It would have been nice to hang after the show.
Yeah.
But I heard Monica say to you, "Let's get out of here before the guys asked us to go out, those New York guys, because we wanted to hang with you." But
yeah, I wanted to listen. We told the lady at the Irish pub, we said, "Listen, there's a couple of New York guys going to show up over there. Make them feel like they're at home." And she did. She made you feel like you were right there in New York City. So
yeah, we were. We did feel at home.
You're welcome.
You were complaining. He's complaining now. I can't sleep. It's such a loud city. The sirens, right?
They went all night. Sirens, fire trucks. It was the night before the parade.
I slept like a baby.
I couldn't. My eyes were open the whole.
And he
night.
kept rolling over and hit me, and I'm like, "Richie, I'm asleep."
Yeah.
Did you guys? You had your bags on the other bed, right?
That's right.
He's got a good memory.
I tried to sell Richie on that. I said, "Yeah, we can only get one room."
Well, you were terrific. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your comedy. How
you got into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started in 2019. I retired from the Air Force in 18. I moved from California to DC. My wife's career moved us here. So I get out of the service and I move to a place where I know no one. So I'm pretty much, that first year was rough, because I went from having such a bond and camaraderie to just losing. Imagine you guys know what that feels like from your careers. So I run into an organization, Armed Services Arts Partnership. It's called ASAP, and they had a comedy boot camp, 6 weeks. You met 6 Sundays, and you did a graduation show at the DC Comedy Improv.
Wow, you should have taken that, Vinny. You should have taken that class. I know he did. He just busted his chops.
Would have really, you would have benefited from it. I did so well. They're like, you kind of need to go back through again. Okay, John? There you go.
Can't hurt. I thought you were terrific.
You were.
So that's where I got started, and I ended up establishing a friendship because it's a bunch of veterans or family members of veterans. That's where I knew Monica from, and many others. So it's just become like my second family to what I did in the military. And then, of course, working for the DEA now, I have another community of people that I spend a lot of time with. So I've been blessed. I've been truly blessed. But comedy is such a passion for me. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. It is something you can't explain to people, the high you get from getting laughs.
It's definitely the only high I'm allowed to have, considering I work for the DEA.
Yes. Yeah.
They kind of frown upon stuff like that.
Can you tell us about your job at all? Is there anything you can divulge?
Yeah, of course. Really, my job is I work at the Academy on Quantico. My job is the entire training curriculum. So anything from agent training to chemist training. I review all the academics and everything like that to ensure we're giving good, solid, basic, and advanced training to all the different career fields. And then my primary job is teaching people how to teach. So I'm an instructor. I run an instructor development course. So when we get instructors into the academy, my job is to help them be better prepared in front of the classroom. So I love it. I mean, I'm and then I take some of that into my comedy. Because
and vice versa, Vinny, because I teach. I'm very smart.
Yeah,
very smart. So I teach.
I've heard you say that.
Yeah, I was teaching
just
all
ask him.
Just ask him. And I took instructor methodology, whatever. But one of the keys to instructing is that they learn. It's not to give them all the information because you got to look at your audience and go, well, I can't give them everything because then it's going to blow them away. And I see a lot of instructors who do that, but the comedy in the classroom, so important because you're keeping them entertained, which is keeping them engaged.
Absolutely.
And then you give them a nugget that they need to learn, and they're open to it, because teaching military, cops, police, they're not made to sit in the seats. We're not made to sit in the seats. So if you got to do a classroom, you better be entertaining them. And
believe me, and it is. It's a week long of a lot of comedy and interaction. I have a great team of people I work with. I mean, so we all just come together. Like I taught today, and we were teaching how to teach virtually. That was our program, teaching virtually, and we're basically making that fun. How hard is it to make virtual teaching fun? It's not easy, but we had a good time with it using our personalities and characters and stuff. So you're 100% right. And I take that very seriously there because the first thing I do is I got you for 7 days. I want you in the first 2 hours to just be relaxed and comfortable.
Right.
I'm going to put you up in front of this classroom in a day or two, and you need to be able to be comfortable doing that. I don't have time to make you feel stress and nervous. To get right over that very quickly. You got a job to do. You're going to be in front of students. So
the instructor methodology class, like you said, normally puts you in front of the classroom at one point to teach something.
Yeah.
First, it's something just to get you up there. Then later on, it's something related to the topic you're teaching.
Yeah.
So when I took the class, because I was only a firefighter, but I was in a hazmat unit, they allowed us to take the class. It was mostly officers. But as a firefighter, I took the class. What I taught, I had 6 chiefs in my class. I taught them how to do the dance, hands up, baby, give me your heart, give me, right? But what I did was I went into the cafeteria.
I think you need to do that again.
I told all these firefighters in the cafeteria, give me 10 minutes, then look in the windows of the classroom. And it was one chief that we lost on 9/11. I'm trying to remember his name. Anytime I saw him in the street at a call, he'd go, hey, John, It was a lot of fun. But I carry all that stuff to this day, when I teach.
Yeah, you know what? You're giving a little bit of wisdom and knowledge and helping people to be successful in their endeavor. So, and I mean, in our business and drug enforcement, it's very important. I mean, you see how many lives are lost out there. You see the impact. So if I can put out people that are trying to take that stuff off the streets and they're effective, then I'm contributing to that. So, so it's really rewarding. From that perspective. Even my wife works for the DEA. She goes out and she recruits for the DEA. She saw how much fun I was having. She joined a year later. She's been part of the organization too. So
that's great.
Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
You teach a lot of classes.
We teach a lot, yeah. And what I tell most instructors, and Vinny, I'm sure you can imagine, within 30 seconds, you either have your audience or you don't.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of skill, and thank you very much for what you continuously do for us.
Yeah. You gotta fight to get them back. I was teaching a class to the rescue guys, the salty FDNY. I don't want to sit in this freaking hazmat class, guys, and you'd build in like an extra 5 minutes on every break because you'd be calling them in and they're flipping you the bird, they're having a cigar, I'm on a phone with my girlfriend, LaRocchi, or whatever. So you build that into the class, But one of the basic things you teach in a hazmat class, one of the first things, every emergency vehicle in the country carries the ERG guide. Right? It's that little guy. It's the first thing you teach in the hazmat. Every firefighter, forget about hazmat, knows the ERG guide. Day 10 of the class, I'm teaching, and the chief of hazmat walks in the room. And he says, hey, guys, how's LaRocchi doing here? And one idiot in rescue in the back takes out the ERG guide and says, great, chief, but what is this?
Oh, geez. He threw you right under the bus.
I go, yeah, it's fine, chief. It's fine.
We're right under the fire truck.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? Let's take a break. And we'll be back with you. We'll be right back with Vinny.
With me, yeah, it's Vinny.
Vinny. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that 13 years ago was made in my garage to protect my daughter.
Now, all of these lives have been saved thanks to LifeVac. Over 4,000 lives and over 2,000 kids. But still, a child dies every 5 days from choking.
Please, our family is everything to us. Consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today.
Thanks, Dad.
Maybe.
Yeah, I will.
Hey, we're back. This is Live Paradise City Strong on Television. Bada bing. So we're back with Vinny and Sean over here. Sean from Medicine in Bad Places. Vinny from Washington, D.C., DEA, a veteran, teacher, instructor, juggler. He does it all, this guy. How many kids do you have, Vinny?
I got 3. They're Gen Zs. 3 Gen Zs. My sons are 21, twins, in college, doing really well. Good. My daughter just graduated high school. She'll be 18 next week.
Wow, all right.
I got them there. We got them there. Amazing kids. My children are fantastic, but they're Gen Z and I'm a Gen X. I don't think that's legal. I just feel like there's a gap that is so difficult to navigate. So many differences between our generations that I just look like a fumbling idiot trying to teach them. But they're wonderful children. And children, amazing wife. We've been together 22 years, coming on 22 years ourselves. So
very nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I think I'm married. My son is going to be 40. I think we're married 40 years.
I thought, you said, I think we're married. And I'm like, I hope you, that's not a,
40 years. That's a long time. That's a
long time, bud.
With the kids, it's like you could teach a hazmat class or a class, and you could have guys come up to you after that class and say, man, John, you know a lot of stuff. Now, you don't think you know a lot until you're teaching guys that are new in the business, and you're like, man, over the years, I've accumulated a lot of knowledge and I always say from guys that were lost on 9/11, hey, guys, if I could deliver something today, a lot of those guys were so much smarter than me. If I could deliver something that they taught me, that's going to be so cool, And they go up there after class and say, wow, John, great stuff. You're smart. I'm home 5 minutes and I'm an idiot again. 5 minutes. You know, I walk in and I go, oh, my phone, Dad, let me see it. Oh, you're so stupid. Right?
Oh, yeah, they check you. They check you immediately. That's just what your generation does is you're telling them something, and not only are they checking you, but I've been interrupted with them saying, hey, Google, hey, Google, is Dad correct here? And I'm like, that you can't compete with that. The thing is, they know me. They don't know who Google is. Who's the Google guy? They have no idea, but they believe Google guy. They don't believe Dad. I don't get it. So
my 4-year-old granddaughter is doing, hey, Alexis, play. You know what song she loves? She loves that Pink Pony Club. She's singing it in my car, and I'm like, oh, this is a great song. Pink Pony Club.
So you found out what it meant.
Yeah, it's about a strip club. It's about a strip club. The kid loves the song. I played it 40 times. Now the family's yelling at me. You know what that's about? I go, yeah, but got a nice beat. It's nice. It's fun.
I don't know what the lyrics mean. And half the time you can't understand the different languages. They have different words for stuff. I mean, we're always learning that too.
Look, when I was growing up, we had YMCA.
Yes.
Kids are still singing it in school. And
yeah, that's the Macarena.
Weekend, White Post Farms, that we do.
Richie plays Rodeo Ricky. Go to White Post Farms, people, and see a great show.
I'm there tomorrow and
the whole summer you did.
Well, I'm there the whole summer, yes.
Whole summer. And you do, can I mention your surgery, or is that HIPAA?
That's Monday.
Is that HIPAA? Can I mention it?
No, it's not HIPAA.
It's not HIPAA?
No.
Why?
HIPAA is insurance.
No, no, HIPAA. I'm not allowed to talk about your medical. I can't divulge that you are.
Yeah, it's like private. Like you're releasing private.
And the rash.
Please, I don't want anyone to know that.
I've never told anybody about the rash.
Yeah. Ongoing.
Once a month. Once a month he doesn't show up.
Chronic rash. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a disease of a certain age. It is what it is. You know.
That's
we
right.
just excuse it. It's all good. It's all good. I would have loved to come up. I was listening July 31st. I would have loved to have been there, but I'm taking my bride. We're going on an Alaskan cruise, my man.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
No,
what week in July?
You went on Alaskan cruise.
The end of July, and then we're going to Seattle, and then we're going out, in and out of Seattle. I think we go the 3rd to the 10th, but we'll be flying into Seattle on the 31st.
Princess?
We're doing Norwegian, and we're so looking forward to it. We booked it about a year ago, so we're really excited. Never did it. Never did Alaska. Never been even
Me
been.
neither. Me neither. I wanted to go either to Hawaii or Alaska when I taught for the International Association of Firefighters. The guys would brag, we go all over the country. You should become an instructor. We go to Hawaii, we go to Alaska. I became an instructor. My first class, Newark, New Jersey.
They like you, John.
I said, are they paying me?
Got to go to Roma.
Yeah, I said, are they paying me? And what was cool about it, though, is there were guys from all over the country teaching with me. So we take the ferry over at night and go into the city. And I saw things I don't normally see. So it was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. Hey, if they're paying me and I'm around the brothers, I'm a happy camper.
Listen, I would have been going to – I was supposed to go in May. The whole month of May, I was supposed to be teaching internationally, teaching instructors how to teach internationally. I was going to be in oh, God, it just slipped. Middle East. I can't believe I just spaced it. I was supposed to go – wow.
Afghanistan?
Yeah, I had a senior moment. I was going to be in Asia. Bangkok. I was going to Bangkok and Sri Lanka. Bangkok and Sri Lanka. And I was going to do 2 weeks in each. And then the Department of Government Efficiency tanked it. So I didn't get to go. So now I'm like, and I was really stoked. I was going to spend 4 weeks in those 2 countries. I've never been in the Pacific, Asia. I was really looking forward to it. So hopefully next year we'll get to go. But I mean, I get opportunities to travel too. It's just that's now. So
that's nice. You know, I hope I'm not repeating myself. But when I was teaching for Louisiana State University, the National Center for Bioresearch and Training, Homeland Security.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
The Homeland Security, they're the biological experts. So I taught for LSU for 13 years, right? And the girl called the instructor who gives out the assignments calls me once. She goes, listen, we got a class in Iraq teaching the firefighters, their translators or whatever. Would you like to go to teach the class in Iraq? And I said to her, wow. I go, I'm a little nervous. Is it safe? She pauses and she says, let me get back to you. What the fuck is that? What is that? You don't know. You don't ask that question first.
And you never heard again from her.
I never wanted to go. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like going overseas, but I really wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a touristy place, you know. So I think you kind of made a good call to
Yeah,
not
probably.
go.
And then
There's a lot of truths to the bend. It's not.
I taught for the at the UN. It was a South African country, and it was the presidential detail. I was teaching them one of the meters that I teach for bomb. They can pick up bombs, bomb residue, drugs, flammables, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching them this meter. The week before they came up, there was a massive shooting in the mall. Like, I don't know how many people, 100 people dead or whatever in their country, right? Wow. So they're coming up here with the president. He's at the UN. I'm teaching this class with the meter. They bought it. And they go, John, we would like you to come to our country to teach the whole presidential detail. 100 guys, whatever. I go, oh, that's interesting. So I go home and I say to my wife, you know that country where there was the mass shooting? I go, they want me to come out and teach this class. What do you think my wife says?
No.
Go.
Let me pack your bags.
She says, how much? I go, they just killed 100 people in the mall. She goes, oh, no, I don't want you to go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I made the mistake of telling her that my life insurance policy, the one big one I have, expires when I'm 72 years old. So what do you think is going to happen from 71 to 72 with my family? I will have to be hiding out somewhere.
I think so.
Because somebody's going to lose $1 million if I make it to 72. I mean, 72, yeah. Vinny.
Yeah.
A pleasure, my brother. A pleasure you coming on. I want you to come to New York next year. Let's work this out so we can put you on the show that Richie and I are on, right? One of my shows.
Right.
Right. Come on up. We'll get you a nice room. Bring your wife.
Yeah.
And maybe go. Are you a big baseball fan?
I like the baseball, but I'm a Red Sox fan, so I hope that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not, because you're going to a Met game.
That's. I would love to. I would love to come up. I mean, it's where I'm really hoping to perform in the near future anyway, so I would love to.
That.
All right, so let's work it out. Next year we'll pick the game.
By the way, Doge can't stop that one.
Yeah, Doge won't stop the game.
That's true. They can't. Thanks, Rich. Nice pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Vinny. Hey, great talking to you.
Vinny, thank you. Yeah. So he's such a nice. I'm telling you, this guy was so laid. Whatever you want to do, you want to MC, you want to whatever you want to do, John. You know, he was a welcoming, like you know. We were guests, and he took good care of us.
And he cared about the lighting. He cared about the sound. He cared about. A lot of times you show up at these gigs that are disasters. Like, you know, I showed up at a gig and they didn't even have a mic stand. We had to put a broomstick.
I bought one then, so don't criticize me.
In a bucket of dirt. What are we playing at Gilligan's Island? It was terrible.
Yeah, we've all had our hell stories. I'm sure you have your hell stories from teaching too.
Not from comedy though.
No, but I mean, we've taught. I mean, when you teach, you've taught
in Connex boxes. Yeah, I've taught in fields. I've taught in Connex boxes.
What's a Connex box?
The containers. Shipping
yeah.
They put a door in it and they make it a classroom.
Kitchens.
Oh, wow! I didn't know
kitchens,
that.
apparatus, floors.
That's cool.
Yeah. I just taught up in Oswego in some. I parked the car. Now this is we were done with snow. So I go up there.
They're really never done with snow.
No. Oh, no. Go to sleep, wake up, and there's this much snow on the car. Like, what the freak? And it was supposed to be like 65 degrees in the afternoon. What the freak is this? So I get to the class, and I pull up to the gate, and here's the trailer. It's right there that I'm teaching in. I don't know that. So guy calls me, oh, no, I'm up here. I'm over here. So I drive the car all the way around, get out. They didn't shovel or anything. So I have my sneakers on.
Yeah.
I'm walking into their kitchen. We're sitting there. I go, hey, bro, I want to set up. Where am I? He goes, no, we're down in the trailer. We walk all the way down the hill back to the trailer that was 3 feet from the car a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Was that with the new car now?
No. The new car is the same as the old car. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter going through the snow.
No.
Okay.
That was a whole deal with the freaking
my
car.
Subaru, I love it.
Yeah, but it's very different. They drive backwards. You got to put your things in reverse, and the numbers are backwards on the dashboard.
The gas tank's on the other side.
They're in Chinese, and it's hard to drive. It's hard to drive those Subarus. Next week we'll have on guests. We only book Sean like an hour before the show. That's how we book things around here.
Always a pleasure to be here.
We're always on the edge.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you for all you do for Laughter Saves Lives. Yep. Sean, I think you're on the board of directors. I think you accepted.
Yep, I did.
We kind of got him in there. We're lucky to have him. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Always fun, yeah.
We'll be back next week. And we spent 12 hours in the car driving, and we still love each other. That's not easy.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back next week. We're going to the diner. Laughter Saves Lives live.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.